The black and white mosaic floor represents the duality of life. The mosaic embodies opposing concepts such as light and darkness. The mosaic embodies opposing concepts such as good and evil. The mosaic embodies opposing concepts such as joy and pain. The mosaic reflects the balance and contrast inherent in existence. The mosaic floor's colors symbolize the cyclical nature of life and death. Some scholars interpret the mosaic floor as a hidden map of the universe. The mosaic floor's design is derived from ancient Egyptian mysteries. The mosaic floor suggests a deeper cosmic understanding. The cyclical nature of life and death is visually represented through the mosaic's color transitions. The mosaic floor serves as a visual representation of interconnectedness and cosmic order. Jachin and Boaz are two prominent columns featured in Masonic temples. These columns originate from descriptions of the Temple of Solomon. The columns symbolize strength and stability within the Masonic tradition. Jachin and Boaz represent foundational elements of the Masonic structure. The columns serve as visual reminders of the principles of Freemasonry. Together, Jachin and Boaz embody the dual nature of existence and the balance within the universe. In Freemasonry, the Jachin and Boaz columns symbolize the transition between the profane and the sacred. These columns mark a symbolic boundary, representing a shift in consciousness. Passing through the columns signifies a symbolic rebirth into a new state of spiritual awareness. The act of passing through represents a journey from the material world to a higher spiritual plane. This symbolic rebirth signifies an elevation in understanding and enlightenment. The all-seeing eye, within a triangle, symbolizes the great architect of the universe. This symbol represents a divine presence that observes all actions and intentions. The triangle and eye together embody omnipresence and omniscience. The symbol serves as a reminder of moral responsibility and accountability. The geometric precision of the triangle reflects divine order and structure. The luminous quality of the symbol emphasizes enlightenment and spiritual awareness. The all-seeing eye serves as an emblem of spiritual power. Historically, it symbolizes the ability to perceive invisible dimensions. Within Freemasonry, the all-seeing eye suggests a continuity of esoteric knowledge. The symbol's presence indicates a connection to hidden or profound understanding. The Book of the Law symbolizes a higher wisdom that guides humanity. This book may represent the Bible, Quran, Torah, or another religious text. The Book of the Law rests at the heart of the temple. The book's symbolism transcends specific religious affiliations. The presence of diverse religious texts symbolizes a universal truth that surpasses individual religions. Different religious texts serve the same symbolic purpose within Freemasonry. Freemasonry adopts an inclusive approach by incorporating various religious texts. The symbolic use of religious texts in Freemasonry emphasizes shared moral and ethical principles. This approach underscores the belief in a common spiritual foundation underlying different faiths. The square and compass are symbolic tools representing balance and morality. The square symbolizes acting with justice and integrity in all endeavors. The compass represents self-imposed limitations and the pursuit of moral boundaries. Together, the square and compass emphasize the importance of ethical conduct and personal responsibility. These symbols serve as reminders to adhere to principles of fairness and self-discipline. The square and compass are central to the philosophical teachings of Freemasonry. Sacred geometry scholars propose that certain symbols conceal mathematical formulas. These formulas may have been used in the construction of ancient structures. The application of these formulas suggests a lost science of construction. The square and compass are key symbols in sacred geometry. The pyramids and medieval cathedrals exemplify the application of advanced geometrical principles. The existence of these formulas implies a sophisticated understanding of mathematics and engineering in ancient times. The mallet, also known as the gavel, is used by the Venerable Master to open and close proceedings. Symbolically, the mallet represents the power to give shape to chaos and disorder. The mallet embodies the transformative process of turning rough ideas into refined creations. The The mallet strike signifies the beginning and end of formal discussions and decisions. The Venerable Master uses the mallet to maintain order and structure within the assembly. The mallet serves as a reminder of the importance of precision and intention in all actions. The mallet serves as a symbol of authority within the Masonic tradition. The mallet may also symbolize ancient rituals involving rhythmic sound to open spiritual portals. This connection suggests a deeper association with esoteric practices. The rhythmic sound produced by the mallet may have been used to create a specific vibrational frequency. This vibrational frequency could have been intended to induce altered states of consciousness or spiritual experiences. Therefore, the mallet represents not only authority, but also a link to deeper spiritual and esoteric realms. 3 candlesticks are positioned to illuminate the altar. The Book of the Law, compass, and square rest on the altar alongside the candlesticks. The arrangement of the candlesticks, book, compass, and square forms a triangle. The triangular arrangement symbolizes spiritual enlightenment. The illuminated altar represents a focal point for contemplation and reflection. The 3 lights may represent the 3 great universal principles: body, soul, and spirit. These principles reflect an ancient wisdom that has persisted through centuries. The body represents the physical aspect of existence, grounded and tangible. The soul embodies the emotional and intellectual dimensions of human experience. The spirit signifies the higher consciousness and connection to universal truths. Together, these 3 lights symbolize the interconnectedness of these fundamental aspects of existence. Freemasons wear a white apron as a symbolic garment. The white apron symbolizes work, representing the active engagement of Freemasons in their craft and community. Humility is represented by the apron, reminding Freemasons to maintain a modest and teachable demeanor. The apron's white color symbolizes purity, reflecting the Freemasons' commitment to moral integrity and virtuous conduct. These symbolic representations underscore core values within the Freemason fraternity. The apron serves as a constant reminder of these principles in the daily lives of Freemasons. Freemasonry may have inherited the custom of wearing aprons from ancient civilizations. Ancient priests used similar aprons in sacred rituals. These civilizations shaped the first religions. The aprons symbolize continuity between ancient traditions and modern Freemasonry. The use of aprons represents a shared heritage of sacred rituals and symbolism. The flaming sword serves as a symbolic guardian of the temple. It protects the sacred space within the temple. The sword guards against darkness, representing vigilance. The flaming sword symbolizes the protection of knowledge. The flaming sword originates from the biblical narrative of guarding Eden and the tree of life. The flaming sword symbolizes the protection of true knowledge. True knowledge must be protected at any cost. The flaming sword represents the idea that knowledge is a precious and guarded resource. The sword's flame visually represents the intensity and vigilance required to safeguard knowledge. The flaming sword serves as a constant reminder of the responsibility to preserve and defend wisdom. The altar is positioned at the center of the temple. The altar serves as the focal point for initiates' oaths. The altar functions as a channel for spiritual energy. The altar is a place where spiritual energy is focused and directed. The altar symbolizes the connection between humanity and the divine. The altar serves as the spiritual heart of the temple. The altar represents a point of spiritual convergence. The altar acts as a focal point for contemplation and reflection. The altar embodies the sacred space where the earthly and the divine meet. Mosaic flooring represents the dualities inherent in life. The contrasting tiles symbolize opposing forces and principles. The intricate pattern reflects the complexity of existence. The mosaic serves as a reminder of life's inherent balance. The columns of Jachin and Boaz symbolize a gateway or passage. These columns represent a symbolic transition between different states of being. Jachin and Boaz serve as metaphorical portals to new realms of understanding. The passage between the columns signifies a journey from one world to another. These pillars embody the concept of duality and the interconnectedness of opposing forces. The columns act as a threshold. marking the boundary between the known and the unknown. The luminous delta serves as a symbolic representation of spiritual power. The triangle shape embodies the concept of divine wisdom and enlightenment. The all-seeing eye within the delta symbolizes omnipresence and divine watchfulness. The radiant light emanating from the delta signifies illumination and spiritual awakening. Together, these elements reinforce the luminous delta as a potent emblem of higher consciousness. The altar serves as the central focal point within the Masonic temple. Symbolically, the altar represents a space of reverence and contemplation. The altar is the heart of the temple, emphasizing its significance. Its prominent placement reinforces the altar's role as a primary symbol. 10 distinct objects are arranged together, symbolizing interconnectedness and hidden meanings. The arrangement of the objects suggests a link to ancient traditions and esoteric knowledge. Each object contributes to a larger narrative, reflecting layers of symbolism and historical significance. The collective display reinforces the concept of hidden connections between seemingly disparate elements. The object's unified presence emphasizes the enduring relevance of ancient wisdom in contemporary understanding.